Did you know that today, a domestic flight could cost less than your monthly gym membership? Welcome to the new age of air travel, a time when the skies are no longer exclusive to the well-heeled, but a playground for all. Today, we find ourselves in an era where jetting off to foreign lands is not a luxury, but an affordable reality. This dramatic shift from the past is largely due to the rise of budget airlines. These game changers have transformed the aviation industry, making the world more accessible than ever before. By stripping down the frills and focusing on the essentials, budget airlines have made it possible for everyday people to experience the thrill of travel without breaking the bank. So how did we get here? The history of airline industry is quite a journey itself. We'll rewind to the late 20th century. Imagine a time when only the affluent and business travelers could afford the luxury of air travel. This was the era of traditional all-inclusive flights, with legacy airline companies like Delta, American, United, Hawaiian, and Alaska Airlines, where high fares were the norm and budget travel was but a dream. Then, in the early 70s, a new player emerged on the scene, Southwest Airlines. This was the first of the budget airlines, and it was here to shake things up. Southwest Airlines was a game changer, offering low fares and no-frills service. They did away with assigned seating, costly in-flight meals, and other extras that were common with full-service airlines. Their goal was simple: get passengers from point A to point B at the lowest possible cost. Over time, more budget airlines like Ryanair, JetBlue, Spirit, Frontier, and Allegiant sprouted up around the globe. Each one, in its own way, contributed to the democratization of air travel. They introduced innovative ways to cut costs, from charging for checked luggage to selling food and beverages on board, all in the name of keeping fares low. These airlines were disruptors, challenging the status quo and shaking up the industry. They faced resistance, of course. Traditional airlines were not ready to give up their monopoly on air travel, but the public was ready for change. They embraced these budget airlines, and the demand for affordable air travel grew. These pioneers paved the way for the budget airlines we know and love today. Fast forward to today, and the budget airline revolution is in full swing. In this new era, budget airlines have spread their wings far and wide, reaching every corner of the globe. From Asia to Africa, Europe to the Americas, they've redrawn the map of air travel, making the world a smaller place. How do they keep their prices so low? Well, it's through a mix of innovative strategies. One of these strategies is operating from secondary airports. These airports often have lower operating costs than their larger counterparts, which translates into savings for the airlines and, ultimately, for the passengers. But there's more to the story than just operating from smaller airports. Budget airlines have also mastered the art of selling ancillary services. You know, those extras that aren't included in the basic ticket price. Things like extra legroom, priority boarding, and checked baggage. While these services are optional, they represent a significant source of revenue for budget airlines. And the beauty of it, they allow the airlines to offer lower base fares, making air travel more affordable for everyone. But let's not forget about efficiency. Budget airlines have become masters of quick turnarounds, minimizing the time their planes spend on the ground and maximizing the time they spend in the air. This efficiency not only reduces costs, but also allows for more flights per day, which means more options for travelers. And the impact of all these strategies, nothing short of a revolution. A revolution that's opened up the world of international travel to many who previously may have thought it out of reach. Today, exploring a new country, immersing yourself in a different culture, or simply enjoying a weekend getaway in a distant city is no longer a luxury reserved for the few. It's a reality for the many. The impact of these strategies? A world where international travel is within reach for many. Traveling with only a carry-on is a smart choice for many reasons. One of the biggest perks is avoiding the checked luggage lines, which can sometimes be so long that travelers miss their flights. With just a carry-on, you skip that risk and the stress that comes with it. It's also much faster to get to your gate. By checking in on your mobile device, you can walk straight into the airport, bypass the customer service desk and checked luggage line, and head directly to TSA. It's like hitting the skip intro button on a long TV show. Straight to the good part. Of course, if you're traveling for an extended time, like 3+ weeks, you may need to check a bag, but when you can pack light, it makes the whole process smoother. Plus, once you arrive, there's no waiting at baggage claim. You can grab your carry-on and go. Airlines like Spirit, Frontier, JetBlue, and Ryanair are known for offering ultra-low fares, but they often make up for it with hefty baggage fees that can leave you wondering if your suitcase is made of gold. The good news? Most of these airlines allow you to bring one free personal item, like a backpack or small suitcase that fits under the seat. Smart travelers are avoiding fees by carefully selecting luggage that meets these size requirements. One trick is to search for the name of the airline followed by the word luggage on the Amazon.com website. For example, if you frequently fly with Spirit Airlines, type Spirit Luggage into the search bar. This can help you find luggage options that fit the airline's sizing requirements, and customer review photos often show the bags fitting into the sizing bins. It's a great way to ensure your bag will make the cut and keep your wallet happy. From personal experience, many airlines, including JetBlue, often seat minors next to an accompanying adult on the same reservation, even if you haven't paid extra for assigned seating. While this may not be an official policy, it's something I've noticed happens frequently to ensure children are seated with their guardians. It's always a good idea to double-check your seating at check-in, but in many cases, the airline will arrange for families to sit together without requiring additional fees for reserved seats. For plus-size travelers, comfort should never be a barrier to exploring the world. To ensure a more enjoyable journey, booking 2 seats is often recommended. Many airlines accommodate this by allowing passengers to purchase a second seat, and it's often best to call the airline in advance to inquire about the process. Some airlines offer discounted rates for the second seat, and in certain cases, the cost may be refunded if the flight isn't fully booked. Others may require full payment for both seats, but policies vary by airline, so it's always a good idea to confirm with the specific carrier you plan to fly with. More and more travelers are making it a habit to grab their meals from airport restaurants after passing through TSA for long flights. It's a smart strategy. Instead of settling for the sometimes lackluster in-flight options, people are opting for their favorite dishes from airport eateries. Whether it's a freshly made wrap, a savory bowl of noodles, or a comforting slice of pizza, having a meal you love ready to go on board can make the journey much more enjoyable. By picking up food post-security, travelers ensure they have something satisfying to eat, turning a long haul into a more pleasant experience. For budget travelers, paying extra for priority boarding just isn't worth it. Why spend more to board early when your seat is already reserved? By sticking to the luggage size that comes included with your airfare, typically a personal item that fits under the seat, you can skip the need for overhead bin space altogether. This smart packing strategy eliminates the worry about overhead bin availability and saves you from extra fees for additional bags. You can save that money for something more meaningful, like an exciting excursion or a memorable meal at your destination. After all, it's not about how fast you get on the plane, it's about the adventure waiting when you land. The effect of budget airlines on the travel industry and consumers has been nothing short of transformative. Indeed, the impact of budget airlines on our world is profound, and it extends far beyond the confines of the travel industry. Let's break down the key points that illustrate the revolution that these budget airlines have sparked. First, let's talk about accessibility. Never before has the world been so within reach for so many people. Budget airlines have democratized air travel, making it an accessible luxury for the masses. This has enabled a new generation of explorers, adventurers, and wanderers to take to the skies, broadening their horizons and enriching their lives in ways that were once the exclusive domain of the affluent. Next, the growth of tourism in previously less visited destinations. Budget airlines, with their ability to operate on slender margins, have opened up routes to destinations that were once off the beaten path. This has led to an influx of tourists to these areas, boosting local economies and promoting cultural exchange. From the picturesque towns of Eastern Europe to the vibrant cities of Southeast Asia, these airlines are literally changing the map of global tourism. Then there's the increased competition in the airline industry. The rise of budget airlines has forced traditional carriers to rethink their business models and pricing strategies. Whether it's introducing basic economy fares or unbundling services to offer more choice, legacy airlines are innovating to keep up. This competition is a boon for consumers, leading to more options and better prices. But the effects of budget airlines go even further, touching on aspects like environmental impact and employment opportunities. These airlines, with their modern, fuel-efficient fleets and lean operations, are helping to reduce the carbon footprint of air travel. Meanwhile, they're creating jobs and stimulating growth in the aviation sector. But the best part? The incredible deals that can make your dream vacation a reality. Yes, you heard it right. In the age of budget airlines, that dream destination you've always wanted to visit might be just a click and a bargain flight away. Imagine jetting off to a new country for less than the price of a fancy dinner. Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, believe it or not, it's a reality in today's age of budget airlines. Let's delve into some of the jaw-dropping deals available right now. Picture yourself catching a round-trip flight from JFK Airport in New York to destinations like Miami can be as low as $87 one way. If you're dreaming of an international adventure, flights to Europe, like Paris, start at around $208 one way. Yes, you could be strolling along the Seine for less than what it costs for designer sneakers. Looking to fly from the West Coast? You're in luck. Flights from LAX to international hotspots like Mexico and Canada can start as low as $139 one way. Just picture it, jetting off to Cancun or Vancouver for the price of your monthly coffee habit. My friends, this is not a drill, it's an actual deal. If you're in Florida and ready to jet set to somewhere exotic, you're in luck. Flights from Miami to Nassau can be as low as $150 round trip. That's cheaper than a weekend splurge at the mall. So grab your shades because the Bahamas are calling, and you don't want to miss the scenery. And if Hawaii's more your style, Denver's got your back. Flights from Denver to Honolulu or Maui can often be found for as low as $300 to $500 round trip, depending on the season and how early you book, of course. Think of it as a Pineapple Express straight to paradise. Denver has direct flights to multiple Hawaiian islands, so it's your one-stop hop to a laid-back vacation. It's a deal you won't want to wave goodbye to. These are just a few examples of the incredible deals that are available as we speak. The emergence of budget airlines has truly revolutionized the way we travel, making it more attainable for everyone. No longer is air travel a luxury reserved for the few. It's an opportunity open to all, and it's changing the way we see the world. And the best part? These deals are not rare, one-off anomalies. They're happening right now, and they're happening more often than you'd think. With a bit of flexibility and a dash of adventure spirit, these unbelievable deals are there for the taking. So, what's stopping you? The world is waiting, and it's more affordable than ever. Have you flown before? If so, which airline? Drop a comment and share your experience. And while you're at it, let me know what type of videos you'd love to see next, whether it's more luggage tips or packing tricks. Safe travels!